Okay, I want to welcome you to the meeting and want to thank you first of all for quick turnaround. It's fast and furious for us to get things in order once we find out who the qualifying teams are, and your cooperation and getting us that information specifically for the printed program is very. I'm very grateful for the help that everybody gave me. Everybody answered when I asked and got things in a timely manner. So thank you for doing that. I have a quick little slideshow that we're going to go through that has some key points that I want everybody to watch. Um, if you see my screen here, we're going to start with a few items here. Bad inventory list, that's the last thing. Still, I have a few schools that are still needing to put that into the shared form that we have. We'll print those out and bring them. You can bring a copy. You should bring a copy with you when you come to bat testing as well. Um, and bat testing for the procedure, we are no longer doing compression testing. It was inaccurate. We had very limited resources as to who knew how to run them, and we felt like it was probably not the way we wanted to do it in the future. So for the last couple of years, we haven't done compression testing, but we do check for cracks and rattles, loose handles, anything like that, and that would deem that an illegal bat. So when we find those, we'll confiscate them and tag them. So Tuesday evening, for those that signed up for Tuesday, it starts at 7 o'clock tomorrow. You can bring your bats in. We ask that you and maybe your coaches come, but don't bring your whole team into the room. It's the second level of the press box there at Hastings Complex, and you can get to it through the stairway where it says lineup cards. Actually, you got to go up if you go up the bleachers on the main field, you can get to it easier. So Wednesday morning, for those who aren't coming in on Tuesday, we'll do some bat testing at that time for the remaining teams. And I think all but one have signed up for the bat testing times. Confiscated bats. There will be some bats that will inevitably be deemed illegal. We will tag those with your school name on them, and you will get those back when you are completed your last game of the tournament. So it could be at Hastings or it could be in Lincoln, but you'll get those bats back at the conclusion of your last game. And as I go along, if you have any questions, this group is small enough that I feel like you can turn your mic on and ask a question, because if you have a question, I'm sure others have the same question. Many of you have been to this competition before, and not a lot of different things, but I did want to make sure that we went over some of the key items that was also included in that the first email that I sent out to all the qualifying teams per class. If we always have this every year, somebody's bat gets deemed illegal and somebody goes and buys a new bat. Even new bats have to get tested and get the sticker on them before they'll be legal to use in a game. But we have that capability of doing that right away. Bring that to get a hold of me, Jim Bewley. Either one of us can find the means to get that tested for you. The pass gate list, there's a couple of items on the pass, a couple of teams that haven't completely filled out their pass gate list. Please make sure that that's complete. We're going to print that tomorrow morning at 8:30. So if you have any changes, you can get in there and make some changes. Or actually, I don't think you can make the changes now, but email me and we'll make those changes for you before we print. There's a total of 25 on that pass list, and 20 of those, no more than 20 of those can be players. So you have 25 passes that you can give to anybody. 20 of those can be players, but no more than 20 of those can be players. But you do have 25 slots to fill in there. And like I said, all edits and anything that you need to change, send that to me by tomorrow morning at 8:30, and we'll make those changes. Your ADs and administrators in your school, your assistant athletic directors, your athletic directors, principals, and superintendents all received an NSAA championship credential, which gets them into any of our championships. So we won't have any administrator passes for them. We'll get through this fairly quickly here. Game changer. As I was looking earlier today, I have an invite out to all the teams. Let me look and see. Class A looks, Coach Brummer, get a hold of me. I have a question about yours. Class B, I still have Blair and Beatrice that need to accept. And then Class C, I have Centura and NEN that still need to accept. So once you accept those, you'll be in the tournament. You received the invite from me, accept that, please. And then you can score your own game, but score it from the matchup that we create in the tournament. Because if you score it outside of that, then it messes up Game Changer. It because of the sync with Max Preps, it will potentially add a duplicate game in there, and then trying to get the correct stats into your system becomes difficult. It can be done, but if you just score the game that we list in there in the tournament, you score your own game just like you always do, and then the stats will go into your season stat program.
So you guys don't score it?
We do score it, but you score your own. So we will score it, but you don't have to take our stats. If you have something that's an error and we have something that's a hit or vice versa,
Okay.
then you're taking your own stats, and that's why we have you score it. If you don't want to score it and you want to take our stats, that's completely up to you. You can do that as well. Does that
Okay.
make sense?
Yeah, and then does it go into max preps or
It
are we
does.
supposed to still do that? Okay, got
Yeah,
it. All
it,
right.
it will because it's probably your setup is probably already synced. So as soon as you
Yeah.
conclude the game, it'll go right into your stat program and update your stats.
Okay, thanks.
Right. And you'll see, and you probably would have seen with the sheets that I sent you. The stats are going to be a little bit different in the printed program. There's a QR code that takes you directly to the stats page on Max Preps that'll list all of your stats. So we're going to have access to more stats than we've had in the past. We just didn't have you put all those stats, handwrite them into the program like we have in the past. So we're trying to make it a little more seamless.
So my game changer says next state, but it does not say.
Right, because we haven't created the game matchups yet.
Okay, okay, got it. All right,
Yep.
thanks.
So,
Yep.
Ron, you're going to create a game on our game changer that our normal game changer person can do, and then you'll also have somebody scoring it up top or whatever. Is that what you're saying?
That is correct. So
Okay,
we'll
thank you.
create the contest. It'll show up on your schedule in Game Changer. Then you can just score that game. We too have access to that same game as the tournament administrator, and then we'll score it for our website and for the official results. And we do that so that, like I told you before, any discrepancies in stats, hits, errors, whatever that might be, then you're taking what you deem as the correct stats to put into your stats program. Okay, the team entrance. The team entrance is the entrance on the other side there. It's the east side where the warm-up fields are. And when you come in the morning on Wednesday, you'll come there first. You'll pick up your team packet, and in that team packet, you'll have the brackets and tournament information. And you'll also have the wristbands, and we talked about this a little bit. We have wristbands for the players and the coaches. The coaches will also have meal tickets, so the wristband is just a means to get in. We ask that the players wear those, and there's a couple of reasons why we've done this. This idea actually came from the coaches. Um, we had in the past have you stand in line, call your number out, call your name out one by one, come in. This is a simpler process, gets everybody into the facility after you get the first one, gets them into the facility quicker, and we only have 25. You only have 25 opportunity or 25 passes to get in. Any other people that you want in, any other people that you want in your dugout, any other coaches or managers that's above that 25, you just pay their fee and then they can be in the dugout with you. We don't monitor that, but we do have a limit on how many people we let in free to our championships. And that's not just softball, that's all of our championships. We have to draw the line somewhere. So we give you 20 players and five coaches. Five coaches is a lot of coaches, and that should be enough to handle the games. If you want more, if you have more and you want more, just buy a ticket for them, and then they can get in. Bus parking. Bus parking is on that. The parking lot is on the north side of the facility, and on the far east side, there's an asphalt parking lot that will have the bus parking, and there'll be people there to direct them as well. Team photos. The team photos will be taken prior to your first game. So when you're warming up over there on the other fourplex, Callum Sports will come over there, find you, and ask you to gather up to take a team picture. And that team picture will be available from Callum to you for sale at a later date. You can get on their website and do that. In addition, those time frames, 7:45 to 8:30, that's 30 minutes prior to your game time. And then you want to be done with that and over at your other field prior to that so that we can start the warm-ups. It's 10:10, and then we give 10 for the initial announcements of lineups of teams. So Class A is 7:45 to 8:30. Class B is 10:15 to 11, and Class C is 12:45 to 1:30. All this information is in that link that I gave you for the team packet information, and you can refer back to that at any time. The home team designation, this is nothing new. This is something that we've been doing for the last 2 years, I believe. The home team designation is the higher seed would be the home game for every game in the tournament, with the exception, well, they also accompany the third base dugout. The home team's in the third base dugout. But if we go to the if game, and those if games right now are scheduled for Friday only. So if you're playing on Friday in an if game, the home and away switch for that if game. NFHS Network, please pay attention to this because NFHS pays for the rights to our championship events. Therefore, we don't allow teams to stream from the backstop, we have to be sure that we're honoring our contractual agreement with the NFHS, which means we need your help. I know the majority of you probably stream your games through Game Changer, and if you do, that's something that we can't allow at our championships. Each game is available through the NFHS network with commentators, the whole works, every game that we have, and then the finals will be on TV. But if we have teams that are ignoring our request not to film, then we won't even let you put a camera up on the backstop. So make sure that they know that you can film it and you can record it, but you cannot stream it. And so there's a difference. Make sure that they're aware of that. Um, that one's pretty important for us. Teams participating in the finals, we will have individual photos of each of your players so that we can put that on the big screen at Bowlin Stadium. In addition, each game that you win at Hastings, we'll have you come over to the advancement bracket and update the bracket with your team name for our social media presence there. So we'll film that and put it out on social media, and you're welcome to do the same. Nebraska Public Media will be in touch with the coaches from the finals teams of each class, and they'll likely set up an interview with you on Sunday. They have your contact information from the info sheet that you sent us. And then additional information will be sent out to each of the teams that qualify for the finals with some specific instructions with that venue, which are different than what we had in the past. And really looking forward to it. It's going to be exciting to have it at the same field that the Huskers play. So that's all I have to go over. Those are the items that I think are the most important out of that packet. If you have any questions, majority of your questions can be answered in that packet. But feel free, this is my cell phone number. Feel free to take that down and give me a call if there's any issues or you need to get in touch with me or you have any questions that you can't find in your packet. So I want to wish you luck and open it up for anybody that has questions for something that maybe I didn't answer.
Hey Ron, how do we get or buy additional hospitality passes for our coaches? Because 5 doesn't cover our coaching staff. They're all coming. I just don't want to deal with the hospitality thing because that's always a problem. Is there a way to buy them or do something that way?
That's a good question. Let me check into that. I'll
Okay.
uh, I'll see
Okay.
I'll see what I can do.
Okay. Thank you.
So how many are you talking? How many more do you have?
16. No, three. Three. Three.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me see what I can do. Let me see what I can find out. That's all handled by the venue. We
Yep,
don't
I
really have
understand.
to do that.
Thank you.
So, yep. Any other questions that I can answer?
And the facility opens 2 hours before the first game, right?
Correct. The
Okay.
facility will open at 7 a.m.
Okay, thanks.
Yep. There was one other thing I was thinking of. Yeah, please take down my cell phone number and give me a call if you have any questions or anything that you don't find as far as information.
Yes, up in the chat too, Ron.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me see here. All right, I'm going to stop my share so I can see the chat. Athletic trainers. So the athletic trainers that work our state events get a credential. They are um, typically a part of the NSATA. If they have those passes, then the answer is yes, they get in free. If not, they can be a part of your 25 and you can put them on the list. And if you don't want to do that, then they have to purchase a ticket. Okay. If there's no other questions, then I'm going to stop the recording and wish you the best and look forward to seeing everybody at the championships.
Thanks, Ron.
Yep. Have a good day.
Bye.
Goodbye.